our time, and it is not so overcast over here in the Grand K. Everybody's talking about Melissa. Well, I am Elissa. Not Melissa. Welcome to the Breakfast Hour, and of course, joining me is Mikey G. Is he here anywhere? I don't know. Maybe he's lost somewhere. But at this point, of course, it is time for our devotional from Susan Long as we kick the day off with the right start. Welcome to the Breakfast Hour, everyone.
Good morning. This is day 20. You are no longer a slave, but a son. And if a son, then an heir of God through Christ. Galatians chapter 4, verse 7. Living Royally, written by Richard Dehaan. There is an ancient story about a man named Astyages, who determined to do away with a royal infant named Cyrus. He summoned an officer of his court and told him to kill the baby prince. The officer in turn delivered the youngster to a herdsman with instructions that he should take him high up into the mountains where the baby would die from exposure. The herdsman and his wife, however, took the child and raised him as their own. Growing up in the home of those humble peasants, he naturally thought they were his real parents. He was ignorant of his royal birth and his kingly lineage. Because he thought he was a peasant, he lived like one. Many Christians fail to realize the royal heritage that is theirs in Christ. They live as spiritual peasants when they should be living royally. According to the Apostle Paul, believers are all sons of God through faith in Christ Jesus. He also said, "Because you are sons, God has sent forth the Spirit of His Son into your hearts, crying out, Abba, Father. Therefore, you are no longer a slave, but a son, and if a son, then an heir of God through Christ." God has given us everything we need to live victorious, fulfilling lives. Let us not live like peasants. Rejoice, the Lord is King. Your Lord and King adore. Rejoice, give thanks and sing and triumph evermore. Our quote this morning reads, "A child of the King should reflect his father's character." End quote.
Welcome back, everyone. It is Fabulous Family Friday, and so much is happening, but I have to start with that attitude of gratitude, because certainly God has been good. He is amazing. And even though all conversations are centered on the impending storm in the Caribbean, we serve a big, mighty God who is the peace speaker. He has stepped in the midst of storms and he has said, "Peace, be still." So if you are in the path of the storm, or if you're in the outskirts of the storm, be prepared for sure, but take comfort that your God is the Peace Speaker. Today, I am joined in the studio by lovely ladies, which I will introduce to you momentarily. I know there are a lot of birthdays and other things happening today, but certainly I want to take a moment to recognize a few of our VIP members who have reached out and they said, Jamaica, St. James is good for now. A little rain now and then. Please pray for us. And over there in Mandeville, Lady Lisa, morning Lisa. She says Mandeville is cool, calm, and sunny for now. And over there in Kingston, Grace says it's cool and sunny for now. Gray skies though. So, thank you for keeping us in the loop right here at Flashpoint, because certainly we want to stay in the loop. But of course, it's not about me. I am in my pink today because today is Dress Down Pink Day. I want to say good morning to the members of the Lions Club of Tropical Gardens. Good morning to you. But of course, I am joined by two lovely ladies from the School of Etiquette. Yes, the School of Etiquette. There's such a school. And I will, of course, allow them to introduce themselves after this break.
Flashpoint Media present Point of Praise. Cayman's Got Talent Gospel Edition, Saturday, October 25, 2025. Place to be, Triple C 74 Fairbanks Road, Georgetown, Grand Cayman. Tickets, pre-sold $25, VIP $50. Part proceeds to loud, solid voices.
I'm just
Be
like my
there.
father in this thing.
Where you need to be? Okay, be there. Okay, so let's introduce these lovely ladies. Welcome to Flashpoint Media, ladies. It is making my morning much more sunny. Welcome to Flashpoint Media. Welcome to the Breakfast Hour. And of course, I'm enthused, I'm excited, I'm intrigued. School of Etiquette. So go ahead and introduce yourselves.
Good morning, Lady Elise. I'm Shelly Ann Cupid. Thank you for having us.
Good morning, Lady Elise. I am Kirita Livermore Stewart. Thanks for having me.
Okay, so School of Etiquette.
Yes.
I know I've thought about etiquette. I'm sorry Mikey G is not having his voice heard, because I am sure he would have a lot to say on the subject of etiquette. Etiquette. When I think of the word etiquette, a lot comes to mind. It comes to how I dine, what I should use, my knife, my fork, how I should greet you, be refined and be proper. Proper don't work in these days anymore. Like, what are you talking about? I can use a spoon to eat my rice. What are you talking about? So tell me about the School of Etiquette. And why the School of Etiquette?
So the Elevate School of Etiquette
Yes,
is a new school here in Grand Cayman.
right.
It was launched in February of this year.
Oh, you're a baby.
Yeah.
We're a baby, but we're growing. We're moving from crawling now to stepping
Yes.
and getting to the point where we can stand. So the Elevate School of Etiquette was founded on the basis of understanding that etiquette is not just about saying please and thank you. It involves that. But more than that, it's about being considerate of
Yes.
how your actions affect other people. So that's it in a nutshell. But it has various tenets to it of dining, as you said, tea party, sitting and walking gracefully, chivalry, basic manners, yes. There's so much that goes into etiquette that we ourselves have learned
Yes.
through being trained,
Yes.
and now we are here to share that knowledge with others.
You know, I'm really sorry that I didn't meet you earlier. We had a program recently, and the theme was chivalry is dead.
It is not
right?
dead.
And of course, we had persons from the funeral home. We had a casket, and we announced the passing. We are sorry for the passing of chivalry. Good morning, Mario. Mario always says chivalry is not dead.
It's not.
And certainly the men here at Flashpoint Media, they do represent. So it's important, because what we find is that the generations have changed and some of the things get watered down.
Yes.
And we wonder why. But it's important that we are deliberate in what we teach.
Yes.
Right.
That's the only way learning occurs. Now, I know you have a lot to speak about, but today specifically, you're talking about your 5K run walk, Miles of Manners.
Yes.
And when I saw Miles of Manners, I am like, manners, Miles, what?
It encompasses etiquette.
Yes.
Manners is important. Like chivalry is not dead, manners isn't. And our children, adults, we all need to remember that. And it really encompasses etiquette.
Etiquette. All right, so your run walk is coming up in November.
Correct.
Why the run walk, and what do you achieve? What do you hope to achieve by this run walk?
So the run walk is on Sunday, November the 23rd,
Yes.
starting at 6 a.m. And it starts at our location, which is at 18 Industrial Way in Industrial Park. And that's directly opposite Ropers Limited.
Yes.
It starts there at 6. And what we hope to achieve is to get people to know who we are and the services we offer through teaching people that even in running and walking, you can do those things with grace.
Yes.
I'm sure we've seen many videos on Instagram or on TV or whatever showing athletes, maybe at the Olympics, who stopped and gave up their gold medals or their silver medal or their bronze medal to help someone who was in need. And that shows etiquette and grace and refinement. And that's what we are trying to teach through the Miles of Manners 5K.
Right. And you know how we have water stops when we do have 5Ks?
Yes.
Well, ours will be called affirmation stops.
Oh.
So when you stop, you learn a few lines or two of etiquette, which is most important. And added to what Lady Cupid just said, my daughter, Tahira Stewart, she was crowned, my husband would normally say, the head girl at Red Bay Primary School. And one of her initiative one of her focus is to, enhance the reading areas for the little ones. You know, our kids really do not like to read much these days, but we need to enhance that area so they will have that interest. And so part proceeds from the 5K will go to these schools. When I said that to Mrs. Paula Mendez, she said, you know what, I think we should spread this all around the Cayman Islands. So it will not only be in Red Bay Primary School, but part proceeds will go to other schools across the island, to enhance their reading area. So our kids will love reading again. We know what COVID did, and everybody went online, and, reading levels went down. But she said, listen, Mom, I want to see this grow. I want to see this increase, augment across the island. And here comes ESO saying, yes, we will do this. Part proceeds will go to these schools.
You touched on a point when you mentioned about COVID-19. And one of the things, the conversations that I have had is the fact that persons have lost the soft skills.
Yes.
And what are these soft skills? Manners.
Manners. Yes.
Manners are part of it. How do we interact with another human being?
Yes.
How do we, and it doesn't have to be, I am self-sufficient, because I know in this, era, we have everything we need. As a matter of fact, I don't need you to take my picture anymore. I have my selfie stick. I can take my own picture
Right.
and just do everything myself.
Right.
And so we are trained to be self-sufficient. But do you know we really need each other?
We do.
do.
No man is an island, and I'll never let that adage go. No man is an island. We need each other, and manners will go far.
That's right. We were created to be social beings.
That's right.
We
Yes.
were, or God would have left Adam alone, but he created Eve.
So, well, I mean, you're just a few months old,
Yes.
but certainly I love the platform on which you are standing.
Yes.
And we a lot of us talk and we criticize what's happening, but what are we doing about it?
Correct.
Right? So a school it signals learning and
Yes.
cementing
Yes.
and of course affording the change that we
Yes.
need in the society. How do you enroll in the school though? And I mean, can anyone become a student?
Anyone can become a student. As I said, we are located at 18 Industrial Way, opposite Ropers. But you can also email us at elevatesoe@hotmail.com. We have a presence on TikTok and on Instagram and on Facebook. So if you want to find us, just scroll by our name, search by our name, and you'll find us there. You can speak to any of us. You can reach me at my phone, 916-1044. If you want to sign up for any of our workshops, we'll be more than happy to sign you up and have you come in and learn all about etiquette.
Whoa. I'm wondering what I need to learn so far. Hurricane etiquette. What do I need to do? All right, push everybody and go to the front line, take off all the bread and all the crackers and all that. Listen, it's my time, it's not your time. Well, certainly, these ladies are stepping up and sharing important information. Etiquette is important, and it doesn't matter where you are.
That's
if
right.
you are in Timbuktu, Spain, France.
Doesn't matter.
I remember taking a trip to a country. I will not name the country right now, but because the person who sat beside me, she said, "Be careful of a certain kind of person. They don't have any manners.
No.
When you go to this country,
Right.
they will just push you out of the way,
Yes.
and be careful of these people." And so when you talk about etiquette, it is within our fabric and
Yes.
wherever you go in this world. Now, I want you to support Miles for Manners coming up the 23rd of
November.
November. It's a
Yes.
Sunday.
Yes.
Hopefully Flashpoint will be there. It would be good for us to be live sharing this event, Mikey G. I will have to speak with the team here to see
Yes.
if we can certainly be on the ground,
Amen. Yeah.
interviewing persons
Yes.
on that morning,
And
and
might we
certainly.
add too that it's an all-white event.
Yes.
So if you do come all dressed in your perfect white, you might just be a winner of a grand prize.
Appropriate wife. Please don't dress your long gown for walking. That will not work.
No.
So etiquette also requires that you know what to wear when
That's
That's
right.
right.
and how to wear it.
That's right.
Right?
That's right.
So those men who have their
Absolutely.
pants that exposes their garments.
Correct.
How
Correct.
do we have had a conversation here and we are talking about is it fashion? Is it now normal to show your underwear?
Absolutely.
Unfortunately, yes. But etiquette embodies modesty.
Yes.
So you need to be modest in order to be abiding by the etiquette protocols. And you don't need to expose your, parts of your body to be attractive. A lady can be extremely attractive with everything covered. And with
Everything
grace
With
and
everything covered?
refinement. Yes.
Everything.
Just to show a little.
With grace.
Skin.
With grace and refinement will take you a long way and will show your inner beauty, which is long-lasting, more so than your outward appearance.
And what comes from here as well.
Yes.
What emits from your mouth says more than what your body is, whatever you're exposing.
Yes.
And that's what we want everyone to understand. It's not about how your dress code it speaks volume.
Yeah.
When someone looks at you, there's a lady who once said, she got into trouble. And she said, I needed to go and see the manager. And she said, listen, I adorned myself in the best suit I could find in my closet. And when I went in, he said, I am told that a Mrs. So-and-so is here to see me. Could that be you? The conversation shifted.
Yes.
Yes, so your attire really makes a difference.
It does.
But also what emits from your mouth also
Yes.
speaks volume.
Yes.
Yes.
Hence etiquette.
And etiquette. Elevate a School of Etiquette. If you're just joining us for the breakfast hour, I am joined by two lovely ladies representing ESO. Right?
ESO, that's
ESO.
right.
Elevate School
School of
of Etiquette. And they are sharing how important it is for us to treat each other with respect.
Yes.
And, you know, we always say the golden rule, you know, but how do we implement treating others how you would like to be treated?
Yes.
And so I congratulate you on the work that you're doing, and I encourage you, if you are not necessarily in the Cayman Islands, but anywhere you want to
Anywhere in
find
the
out
world.
more
Anywhere in the
about
world, yes.
School of Etiquette, because perhaps this is where it starts.
Yes.
But you can branch out maybe
Yes.
online.
Yes, we're
Maybe
available to
online.
teach online as well. You don't have to be on the ground in the
or in
Cayman
person.
Islands in person.
How do you register for? You just send an email and
Right.
When you reach out to us and indicate which workshop, what type of etiquette training you would like to receive, then we can put a plan in place.
how did I do? I mean, I greeted you. What are my short? You can tell everyone. I won't feel any way.
But let's do something here.
Yes.
Introduce yourself. Go on.
Yes, you introduce yourself to us.
Okay,
Let's start there. Go on.
I'm shy. I am Lady Elise of Flashpoint Media.
Excellent. And
Wonderful.
you got that right.
Yes, yes.
So instead of my name is, because that's your name, I am, is perfectly correct.
Yes.
Well done.
Oh, wow!
my name doesn't say who you are. I am Elise says who you are. So that's what we teach. That's the correct etiquette protocol to introducing yourself. I am Elise. I am Shelley-Ann.
I am
Kirita. Not my name is. And so many of us do that. To be
Because
honest,
we don't know.
we don't know. Before I became an etiquette consultant, I did that. I used to
Yes.
say my name is until I understood
Well, we were
that
taught
does
that
not
way
give
too.
the
That's
power
right.
of
Yes.
saying
Yes.
I am Shelley-Ann. That's who I am. My name could be anything, but I am Shelley-Ann Cupid gives that real power as to who I am and what I represent. So that's the correct way, Lady Elise, when you introduced yourself.
Well done. Well done.
Okay, if you're joining us, I'm joined by two lovely ladies, as I mentioned, and I'm going to ask my producer to just share that promo for the Miles of Manners Run Walk. And as you heard right here, it's more than just a walk, it's building awareness. And certainly, instead of the water stops, there are going to be affirmation
stations.
Oh, affirmation station. We do need affirmation when we journey this life.
Amen.
We find that there are storms, not just the literal ones, but there are different things that impact our lives. And, you know, one of the things that I recognize is that sometimes we view things in isolation. Right?
Yeah.
We're talking about etiquette, but not recognizing how important supporting someone is
Yes.
for their mental health.
Yes.
So we isolate etiquette and we do not recognize how important it is in building and encouraging someone.
Yes.
right.
So it's not just knife and fork and
No.
eating and so forth. It also helps us to share
That's
and
right.
helps us to interact with each other
Yes.
positively.
Yes,
right.
it does.
Right?
Definitely.
So when we speak about etiquette, it's how we live our lives in a purposeful way. So I
Yes.
want to thank you on the journey that you have taken us. So at this time, I'll allow my producer to just share that clip. Oh, let's go for a short break, and then the clip will be shared. Welcome back. You are live here in the Breakfast Hour. We're talking about manners. In my country of origin, we would have said manners carry a long way.
Yes.
And sometimes if you are, when I go walking, sometimes I think it's a little bit stale. You know, I'm telling everybody morning, and sometimes I might say it more than once, and they're like, please, can you just be on your way? You know, and I now know that persons sometimes put an earphone so they don't really have to deal with the whole interpersonal things. But we are recognizing how important. Let's not have the conversation in isolation. I know you're busy with hurricane preparation and so forth, but you can exercise etiquette even in that, in preparation, or thinking about your neighbor and saying, how are you doing? Can I get you?
Get your neighbor's number too?
Yes.
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 And so many persons sometimes suffer in isolation.
Yes.
They might live alone, and days pass, they need help, and there's no help. Etiquette speaks to reaching out to that neighbor and say, I cannot manage to carry this whole case of 40 water in the house.
Yes. Yes.
Right?
Yes. Offer to help.
Offer to help.
Yes.
Sometimes I have to be opening the door for the men.
Chivalry is not dead.
Chivalry is not dead. Chivalry is not dead. And you know, there are some ladies who think that they're self-sufficient.
And
they don't need a man to open the door for them. I had a lady we recently attended an etiquette conference at Fort Lauderdale, and I was sitting with an elderly lady who said she was teaching these young teenagers about chivalry. And one young lady jumped up and said, well, I don't need a man to do that for me. So she said to her, you might not need it, but be gracious enough to receive it.
That's right.
And then she said to the young gentleman who was there, if a lady ever says that to you, move on to the next lady. Show the next lady that you are a gentleman. Open the door for her when she's getting out of her car. Open the door when she's coming inside a building. Walk behind her if she is going up the stairs. Walk in front of her when she's going down the stairs. That is chivalry. And a lot of our young men don't know these things. But if we could get at least one young man to start being chivalrous to the ladies around him, that could have an effect on so many other young men in this country.
But do you know what's also crucial? The fact that the young man opens the door for you. You know what you need to say in return?
Thank you.
Yes.
And sometimes ladies, we forget to even say that.
Yes. Even if it's our husbands, we should say thank you.
We should.
Yes.
We should.
Thank you,
Our
dear.
trainer also said that they,
Mikey G
opens
likes
the
that.
door. opens the door, and she also, in turn, when she gets
Yes.
into the car, she
Thank
tries
you.
to open the door as well.
Yes.
Yes,
yeah.
from her end.
Yes.
And then say thank you, right?
So
It
we
goes as far with
reciprocate as ladies.
reciprocity.
Yes.
I will
Yes.
say that you have a lot of work to do.
We do.
Because women, as you said, we have been trained.
Yes.
We have been trained to be self-sufficient.
Yes.
And sometimes it does not allow us the space to even accept
Yes.
Kindness.
kindness.
Yes.
And we sometimes view it as, are you coming into my space now?
Right.
Yes.
What do you want?
Yes.
What do you want? I don't need what you're offering.
Yes.
You know, so it's a lot of work. And the men, they don't know how, as you said, because you might approach the wrong young woman and
Yes.
she's like,
Mm-hmm.
you know,
I don't need you.
Yeah.
I don't need you. I got this.
I got this.
I've got this
Yes.
covered. And
Yes.
Right.
so there's a task ahead.
Yes.
Not that you should not be able to help yourself, but you should also be able to
Receive.
that kindness,
Yes.
give that kindness,
Give it and receive.
know how to accept it.
And remember
Yes.
to say thank you.
Some of us don't know how to say thank you.
Yes, I know.
We
I'm sorry.
really, and it's genuine.
Yes, that's true. That's
Yeah.
true. That's true.
So-
Sorry sometimes gives some of us a very hard task to let that word come out of our mouths.
Just give me an idea of the courses, because I mentioned knife and fork
Yes.
and dining etiquette.
Yes.
What are the other areas you would say that the workshop affords?
We have workshops on interviewing etiquette to teach young people how to conduct themselves in an interview, how to
okay.
dress,
Yes.
how to speak,
Yes.
how to quote unquote sell themselves
Right.
to their prospective employer.
Right.
Because a lot of young people don't know how to do that. And as soon as they walk through the door, the person who's interviewing them already has an impression of who they are. Let that impression be a positive impression when you walk through the door, like, I am here for this job, and I'm going to show you that I am the person you need to hire.
Yes.
So a lot of young people need interviewing etiquette. We do courses on business etiquette,
Yes.
on sitting and walking gracefully, which is very important, because sometimes the body language that you present when you're walking around or when you sit has a lot of negative things about you. So sitting and walking gracefully, and we learned so much, Rita, when we were trained.
Yes.
We also do basic manners for children,
Yes.
Chivalry.
chivalry for gentlemen, and we can do whole family trainings. If you want to come with your kids, you know, children and adults together, we can accommodate you. Just let us know
How
what your need
expensive
is.
is the training?
It depends on what course is being designed for you and how many people attend. So if we're giving you a one-on-one course, it's just you, Lady Elise, that demands a more one-on-one personal training. So that will be a little more expensive than a group training. But the prices are reasonable, and we are willing to work with you if you come to us and tell us
Right.
what your need is. We will put something together that suits your needs and price it accordingly.
Accordingly.
Yes.
Okay. Do you have any men as part of your
Oh,
team?
absolutely. And that's why I mentioned earlier, my husband, yes, he is. He is.
A certified etiquette consultant.
Right, Nigel. And recently we were doing our promotion, and there was this gentleman who was seated in front of us, and he was unable to maneuver, navigate, you know. And he said, "Sir, can you just push me?" And Nigel said, "Absolutely." And then the gentleman said, he looked up, I'm sure, I am certain he was surprised. Like, really? He said, "Absolutely, yes," and helped the gentleman along. And he said, "Thank you so much." And Nigel said, "You're welcome." And I said to him, "You have just represented ESOL
Amen.
very well."
Amazing. I'm here and I'm thinking about it, and etiquette can help you to keep your job. Etiquette
Yes.
can help you to get that promotion.
Yes.
Etiquette can open the door for you.
Yes.
Amen.
So it's not a casual conversation we're having. It's quite an in-depth and relevant conversation. It's time to share that promo with you. So at this time, listen about this 5K Miles for Manners right here in the Grand K, 23rd of November, 6 a.m. You must attend.
It's time to lace up with elegance and energy. Join the Elevate School of Etiquette for the Miles of Manners 5K Walk Run. Happening Sunday, November 23rd, 2025 at 6 a.m., starting at ESOE, 18 Industrial Way, Georgetown. Registration is $25 for adults and $15 for children, with a first prize for the best full white running gear. Your steps make a difference. Part proceeds will help create reading corners for selected primary schools across the islands. Register today. Call 345-916-1044 or email elevate, SOE, at hotmail.com. The Elevate School of Etiquette, refining and transforming you.
Okay, Elevate School of Excellence. Say that you heard it right here on Flashpoint Media. We will be there. Of course, we start at
6 a.m.
6 a.m.
Sunday,
at,
November the 23rd.
yes.
At 18 Industrial Way,
Where exactly is that?
right opposite Ropers Limited in Industrial Park. You cannot miss it. You'll see the big sign over the doors, Elevate School of Etiquette.
Come in your full white.
Yes. Full white running and
Appropriate,
walking
not
gear.
white high heels. or white.
There's a complimentary
flip-flops.
T-shirt as well as soon as you sign up. And you
Yes.
can sign up online as well.
And we're also on caymanactive.com. You can sign up there if you want to. So we have different times that we'll be at Foster Supermarket,
Correct.
Cayman Bay at the airport, West Bay
Republic,
as
that's
well, where we will be there set up with registration forms and T-shirts.
Flyers.
So if you see us there and you want to sign up, please feel free to do so at the time.
Okay, you're hearing it. It's important that you be a part of this effort, and of course, part proceeds will go to schools,
That's right.
Yes.
right? Helping our children to be better, not just for now, but for the future. There's a conversation that I've frequently had in studio, and one of the things I recognize is children and people interact depending on their age or their age group. They will interact differently, right? And I have baffled with the idea how we sometimes don't communicate because we're speaking a different language.
Yes.
How do you reach the young people now? Because they might say, I don't need any etiquette training. I'm fine. We are the older persons are recognizing the gap,
Yes.
but they really don't see it because this is what they have been taught.
Yes.
This is the normal.
Yes.
How do we bridge this gap?
We need to, first of all, let the younger people know that we care about them. We care about their future.
Yes.
We care about what happens to them when they are out in the world. And in order for us to teach them, we have to be intentional, yes,
And be models
about
of what we teach.
practice what we preach,
That's right.
and to show them the value of
Yes.
manners, of good deportment, and of representing yourself in such a way that when you meet someone, that first impression they receive, which is what they will remember about you
Yes.
for a lifetime, is a good impression. So teaching them about deportment, teaching them about how to sit and walk, teaching them about how to speak, to people, strangers and their family members, will give them that basis to build a future for themselves that
Yes.
is positive and that will take them places. Manners will take you places where money never can.
That's right. And as an educator, I can tell you, you are right. It's not an easy feat because, of course, our students feel, my era is not your era.
Yes.
We're different, right?
Yes.
But it has to start with us,
Yes.
right? And, each one reach one.
Yes.
And that attitude should never change. There was a day when my daughters came out of the vehicle and they saw this gentleman. He was just standing there, an elderly gentleman. And the elder of the two, she came up first and she said, "Good afternoon, sir." And the gentleman looked in awe. The little one came out and she said, "Good afternoon, sir." They're on opposite sides, so she did not know what the elder one did. And the gentleman stood there. He was in awe. And then he said to us, "You are parents. You have trained your children well." He did not respond to either of them, And my daughter said, but he did not respond. And I said, he did. He was in awe. He said, you guys are well trained. And so you start there. Start with your home.
Yes.
And when they get out there, there'll be models of what we want to see. And when that continues, you know that effect when you start and becomes contagious.
Yes.
So yes, it might be difficult. Just as how we say negativity sells, through ESO, manners will sell. Chivalry will sell. It will continue and it will become contagious.
Wonderful. I want to thank you for joining us this morning on the Breakfast Hour. Certainly, we have learned a lot, and it has solidified a lot of the conversations that we have had here. And congratulations on this bold step. Not just talking about it, but teaching it to anyone willing to learn. School of Etiquette, Elevate School of Etiquette presents Miles for Manners Run Walk 5K right here in the Grand K, 23rd of November. It's a Sunday morning at 6 a.m. Register now. You can register by, of course, visiting their website. Yes. And also Monograms and More.
At Monograms and More. You
Right.
can visit them, visit us at the school. You can go to caymanactive.com, or when you see us set up at Foster Supermarket, just come and register at the time.
Get your all white ready so that
All-white gear.
maybe you can win that prize if you are dressed well for the event. Thank you so much for joining us, and
Thank
all
you,
the best
Lady
on
Elise.
your event. I hope we'll see you tomorrow at Cayman's Got Talent.
I was
Gospel.
looking at it, yes.
Yes. Hope to see you tomorrow. But in the meantime, thank you, listeners. Stick and stay. We will continue after this short break.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Point of Praise, Cayman's Got Talent, Gospel Edition, Saturday, October 25, 2025. Place to be, Triple C, 74 Fairbanks Road, Georgetown, Grand Cayman. Tickets, pre-sold $25, VIP $50. Part proceeds to loud, solid voices.
I'm just
Be
like my
there.
father in this thing.
When you need ultrasound that's safe and effective, you must visit Asai Ultrasound Imaging. They're conveniently located at number 4 Chestnut Center, Smith Road, Georgetown, Cayman Islands. With experienced technologists with over 20 years experience, their friendly staff will make you comfortable while you get your procedure done. Asai Ultrasound Imaging is open Mondays to Fridays, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. and 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. on Saturdays. Call Asai Ultrasound Imaging 345-949-2454 or 345-938-3426. That's 345-949-2454 or 345-938-3426. Looking to build your dream home or renovate your space? M&M Construction is the perfect place. We bring your vision to life with precision and quality craftsmanship. From design to construction, we guide you every step, ensuring seamless coordination and superior results. Our professional roof inspection and maintenance services will ensure that your roof is sturdy this hurricane season. So, if you are ready to start your construction journey, call us today at 345-927-7509. Build with confidence. Build with M&M Construction. 345-927-7509.
that we spend the time. Do you know how much I appreciate you? I appreciate every listener, every viewer for tuning in and, of course, inviting us into your space. And I know a lot of you are maybe anxious about what's coming up. We are not sure where Melissa to the left, to the right, forward, back, wherever. But indeed, we know who we put our trust in. At this time, I want to pause to recognize persons who are celebrating. Yes, they are in a celebratory mode. And CoraleeKaren, a member of our team here, very, very, busy member of the team, she is celebrating with her mom today. Happy birthday, Mom. Yeah, I want some Easter bun. I know it is in October, but no one does it like you. Yes, did I say that? Nobody does it like you. I hope that you have an amazing day. May the Lord bless you abundantly, more than you can ever ask, think, or imagine. I will also want to share, I don't know if you'll be able to hear this one, Mikey G, but Sister Lucy, all the way over there in St. Lucia, she is one of our VIP. Her granddaughter celebrates a birthday tomorrow, I believe. I don't know, Mikey G.
My granddaughter, Marion Smith, a very special happy birthday. Her birthday is tomorrow, which is the Sabbath day. This is coming from her, well, she called me Mama Lucia. This is calling from her Mama Lucia, all the way from sweet Saint Lucia. Have a blessed and wonderful day. Love you all. Bye. Happy birthday to Marianne. Happy birthday to Marianne. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Happy birthday, Marianne. Mama love you, and miss you. Bye-bye. Have a blessed day.
All right. All right, that is straight out of St. Lucia. She's saying happy birthday tomorrow. Yeah, happy Sabbath birthday to her granddaughter, Mariana. You can hear the love and kindness and everything that's happening there. Happy birthday to you. We're going to catch up with the Weather Center, just find out the latest update, because I know you have been at the edge of your seats over here in Cayman. If you're in Jamaica and you're watching, or in St. Lucia and watching, it is a sunny morning. People are busy. I guess it's going to be preparatory mode, because of course the last cone that I saw suggests that we might have some rain and wind, but we are following closely. So let's read the latest advisory as of 8 a.m. this morning. The bulletin: Tropical Storm Melissa, Intermediate Advisory number 12A. Melissa is drifting southeastward as a reconnaissance investigates this morning. Life-threatening and catastrophic flash flood warning and landslides expected in portions of southern Hispaniola and Jamaica through the weekend. At the moment, the location is 15.9 degrees north, 75.0 west, about 185 miles or 300 kilometers southeast of Kingston, Jamaica, about 260 miles or 415 kilometers southwest of Port-au-Prince, Haiti. Maximum sustained winds are 45 miles per hour, 75 kilometers per hour. Present movement east-southeast or 105 degrees at 1 mile per hour. That's like slow, or 2 kilometers per hour. Minimum central pressure is 1001 millibars. This is as of 8 o'clock this morning. Watches and warnings. Changes with this advisory. Summary of watches and warnings are in effect. A hurricane watch is in effect for southwestern peninsula of Haiti from the border with Dominican Republic to Port-au-Prince. Also, Jamaica is under hurricane watch. A tropical storm warning is in effect for southwestern peninsula of Haiti from the border with Dominican Republic and Port-au-Prince. Hurricane watch means that hurricane conditions are possible within the watch area. A watch is typically issued 48 hours before the anticipated first occurrence of tropical storm force winds, conditions that make outside preparations difficult or dangerous. A tropical storm warning means that tropical storm conditions are expected somewhere within the warning area within 36 hours. Interests elsewhere in Haiti, the Dominican Republic, and eastern Cuba should monitor the progress of Melissa. A hurricane warning may be required for Jamaica later today. And this is the latest update coming from the National Hurricane Center and Central Pacific Hurricane Center over there in Miami, Florida. So please stay connected to your local channels so that you will certainly be prepared in this time of the storm. Thank you so much for joining us on the Breakfast Hour. Keep safe, everyone. We will maintain updates throughout the day. Please send us our messages 345-321-6969. We would appreciate you letting us know what's happening in your neck of the woods. Thank you for tuning in to the Breakfast Hour.
Flashpoint Media present Point of Praise, Cayman's Got Talent, Gospel Edition, Saturday, October 25, 2025. Place to be, Triple C 74 Fairbanks Road, Georgetown, Grand Cayman. Tickets, pre-sold $25, VIP $50. Part proceeds to loud, solid voices.
I'm just
be
like
there.
My father in this thing.
If you have not gotten your tickets yet for Cayman's Got Talent, it's not too late. We have an amazing lineup of talent, something you don't want to miss. You must be there in person to, of course, enjoy this moment. So you can link us up right here, 345-321-6969. You can get tickets also at the Cayman Islands Conference of Seventh-day Adventists, or right there here at our studio at 269 West Bay Road. Have yourself an amazing and a safe weekend. Remember, stay connected. We will share updates later on. We, of course, will connect with the Proof team. Yes, a lot happening this weekend. Proof continues this afternoon, of course. The Youth Congress, I'm not sure if there are any changes, but Youth Congress here in the Cayman Islands this evening at the Savannah Seventh-day Adventist Church, which we will also be streaming live. Have yourself a wonderful day. May God bless you abundantly, more than you can ever think or imagine. I'll close with this optimist creed. Promise yourself that there is nothing that can disturb your peace of mind. Have yourself a wonderful day.
It's like we're running in circles, going around every day, getting stuck in the hurdles, of yesterday. Don't you wanna go further away from the fray? Let's not get stuck in our worries. We'll make our own way. Won't you come outside where the sunflowers bloom? Breathe in the air, look up to the moon. I'll meet you outside, away from the crowd. Just you and me together, we'll all seem better outside. Just us in the sky. I will go wherever, I'll be yours forever. Are we part of this circus? Is it innate? Feels like a heavy burden, but I can't relate.